I'm not I'm not good at the music stuff. It takes me a lot of work to
Maybe we
hum-
could do.
to
Maybe we
hum
could do a
tune.
4-part a cappella version of that. Could we? Would that pass the? What are the DMNDZ people or whatever?
DMCA?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
So-
could do a one-person loot
Oh.
box that would probably sound lit as hell, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
But
looks like we have Twitch live. Is that accurate?
ooh, mommy. Oh, it just gives me the shivers. Performing, seeing my name in lights.
Twitch looking good, sounding good.
What do you have? What do you have visually for it? Do you have the same visual that we have here in stream?
Exactly as you see.
Oh, okay, because I don't see it.
What do you have visually for it? Do you have the same visual that we have here in stream?
That's you.
Oh, I sound like such a bitch.
Don't we all think that when we hear our own voice?
Don't play that back
The-
to me.
Here is a good segue into science time with Rich because I can explain why that is.
Okay, give me a second. Then we'll
I've
get right
had
into
it explained.
What
It
are you-
still
what-
doesn't help.
What is Bleck doing? Why is he gone?
Ken still sounds like a bitch.
I'm
I always sound
gone.
Yeah, I've got a no camera on you now. Oh, there you're back.
there
now.
you're back.
Why am I not seeing us live on Twitch?
I got us live on YouTube as well. It seems like it's going okay, although working on this new software, I don't know how to mute the output from over here, so I can just listen to the one, and then I'm listening to two conversations like I'm looped in time, and it just
Hey,
slow.
NBA 2K Lab. Thank you.
Hey.
We're back. Yeah.
Hey,
Oh, that's
We're back.
they've been
That's
clamoring.
my brother-in-law.
We're back and we are
We're
trying.
back.
Known of his family, but yes.
I thought
We're here.
it was an ad for an NBA game.
I'm
Oh,
such a,
that's-
I'm such a
what it was.
Glad it's not.
dork. I don't know how
It's
to
a real
check
person.
if we're working.
We're
or not.
back.
What are you trying to check? We checked Twitch, we checked YouTube, and
Yeah.
somebody's talking to
Oh,
us.
okay.
It's working,
Okay.
my guy.
Okay, I'm closing those things. You know what? Let me just.
You went insane in the time loop like I did earlier.
Okay, here's what I would say. My toxic. I'm Kenneth. My toxic trait is not trusting other people other than myself to be competent. So I'm going to try to work on that.
Wait. You mean to tell me you
No.
had us both open and verify it, and you still did it yourself?
I did.
Yeah.
You asshole.
That's not.
No, I know.
Is that if that's a toxic trait? I'm in trouble at work.
No, that is. You know how much easier your life as a boss would be if you trusted your employees to do their jobs without double checking them.
That's why I'll never be
I
a
mean,
boss.
you should double check.
That's
it.
why I yeah. That's
I know,
why I would be,
but the thing is,
we should double check it. You shouldn't do it.
I'm a
Kenneth, you
psychopath.
are a boss, aren't you?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm
you like-
not.
I don't have direct reports.
Oh,
he's the
okay.
he's a boss of that. What's your Moon Rock
Yeah.
Moonrock.
What's
And you
that
know what?
called?
Moonrock
Entertainment
Entertainment
LLC.
Yes.
And I have
.com.
I have a person who is ready to help me set up and break down. Right? And I have and they have been for like my last 5 gigs.
And
And
I
I
got calling him.
and I'm not
But you-
calling them because I'm like, as I walked into my head, I'm like, I'm just gonna have to walk. I'm gonna have to do it by myself anyway,
Yeah.
and I'll be talking them through it, and then I'm just losing money. For no
That's like,
reason.
I mean, so take
It's like
that.
I can't
apply
accept
that,
training, as part
Yeah.
of my.
Well,
But-
apply that to research because I've got to do the same thing, and like, it's so hard for me to like get these, it's like let go and let them
And let
do
go.
things because because if
You gotta let go and let science.
Yeah, I
if,
object to
but
that.
if I do and they fuck up, it's like it sets us back 2 weeks.
That's true. But how
You
else
know-
are they going to learn?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, well,
that's why
I
I'd
have
rather
the
just do
solution.
it myself.
I have the solution for Ken. The solution for Ken is you do bring that person along. Don't bother teaching them the stuff that is hard and just be like, hey, why don't you go give me that fucking Allen key out of the glove box
Right.
and send
Or
them
is
on,
that
like,
too
errands.
hard for you?
Yeah, just like
Could you go get me the sky hook, please?
just having another person there to be like, fucking, would you go listen? go get me like 10 biscuits and some fried chicken from the buffet and just bring them to me.
Yeah.
I'll be doing shit, and it's your job to keep chicken in my hand.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir,
But
Baron
see-
Harkonnen.
Keep my
But
hand.
here's
chicken.
a problem though. If that helper is English, he's going to come back with a bunch of like cookies and not
Or
Because of
actual.
the biscuits.
Yeah.
That's
See-
true.
See,
So in
that's,
the-
That
that's
is
where
very
my mind
likely-
would go.
in the very likely case that from my podunk ass town that I hire someone by mistake who is British. That's a very real issue that I might have to encounter. Oh, hey, let's try all the things. All right. Hey guys, welcome back. We're back, which means
Well, not back until you say that thing that you do every time.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna test everything. Here we go. Eject that.
Ooh, oh,
I'm gonna
this,
overuse
the snot
that.
sound machine is working.
Good.
Sorry.
Mm.
Hey, look, that
That's
works.
one of my hotkeys.
This
That
all
looks
works.
good. That looks good.
This scene is gross, apparently. All right. And then we've got hey, we were just here. Welcome, hey, wood, blah, blah, blah. And let's hit this guy. Pam, 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 pam. I ain't making you wait for that shit. 5 minutes. It's not happening. Pam, pam.
You gave him just enough time to be like, oh fuck, that's
Oh,
a
I'm
5-minute
out.
timer, and I'm gonna
Hell
go start put some popcorn on.
We are
And
back, baby.
now we've lost him.
Yeah,
Oh.
great.
We've lost the momentum.
Wait, is that really what happened? He said 5 minutes. What? And then
Yeah, they're pooping right now.
oh,
It was the
jeez.
exact amount of time it takes to make the decision. Like,
To make popcorn and
I, mean, I could
And
take
take
a
a
whole
poop.
shit during this countdown while I'm waiting for the show.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Hey,
sit
some people might
around
some
and wait.
people might appreciate that. All right.
Yeah. And then
Welcome to the special Shelf Importance come on the back Christmas episode. What happened?
it is really fun. It is our little Christmas miracle, isn't it?
It is. It's our
It
Christmas
is.
miracle.
yeah.
I'm so glad you did finally turn the AI music back on, because it was getting very companionably silent.
Yeah,
At times.
companionably silent at times, but we gotta get back into our swing.
Hmm.
Swinging dicks.
Do we want to talk at all about why we're back on Twitch, or do we just want to get straight into
Oh, we can definitely
bullshit
do
book
it.
talk?
I mean, they can be part of banter. Hey, we thought a long time ago,
Mhm.
maybe we should just make this a podcast format. We failed.
By
There's
not
the-
making any podcasts.
But
There's
we're
the summary.
not down.
There's a summary. We
It
did
wasn't
like
so much a failure as a
our hearts
refusal
weren't in it.
to do the work. Is what it was.
Our hearts weren't in it. This is easier, right? We just
Yeah.
hey, if you got something to say it right there.
And honestly,
Bring Suckies home.
we did have
always
fun,
Yeah.
a different kind of fun in the era that we were rolling live to Twitch, and so
Yeah, for sure.
we just got nostalgic for the holidays, and we decided to burn a Christmas Yule log and come stream on Twitch and maybe be here forever, depending on whether or not you guys use our Amazon link.
That's right.
The viewer.
Which is below.
Go to audibletrial.com/shelf.
We're professional on this
So we
site.
can look.
Woo.
We left. We found ourselves. We eat. We prayed. We loved.
I
Yeah.
feel like I'm on QVC.
We came
Most
back
of us
stronger
are.
than ever. If you strike us down,
We'll only rise
Well,
again.
fool me twice. You know what I'm saying? If you
Yeah.
strike us down, you don't fool me again.
Mhm.
I was
That's the Obi-Wan. The second.
Mhm.
I was over here evaluating for truth your statement that we ate, prayed, and loved.
Uh-huh.
And I realized I was about to be like, I have not prayed. And I realized
So you
Shut
have,
your
that,
haven't
mouth.
you?
that I have prayed, and I haven't got a debrief with you guys on the laying on of hands that I got to be part of.
Oh, where's my soundboard
What?
where I can go skirt?
It was so
So
cool.
recently?
Yeah.
So were you the
Excellent.
layee or layer of hand?
Oh no, I got laid on.
I jacked to that.
I-
Look, I know I'm overusing it, but I'm trying to find the right place, to throw.
That was pretty good.
We're
and I
experimenting.
probably don't want to go too far into it while we are live on Twitch in case anybody ever finds this. But we were basically telling the story of our business being in an unstable state, let's say, to this family member, and he was like, well, he's just gotta trust
Worry
God.
about it.
You just gotta
let
trust
go.
God. You gotta pray about it. Just trust God. It's like,
Frog, brother.
for sure. You know what? Like, I mean, he listened to the whole story. I'm like, thank you for being here for us. And he was like, you know what? I'm gonna pray about it right now. And got my wife's whole family up.
No way.
And then he was like, let's all just put our hands on them and just pray. And it was a very awkward and very funny experience for me. Pour one out for all of our atheist buddies at the holidays. They're suddenly finding themselves unexpectedly the subject of a lot of prayer, and how fucking weird that is for them.
I'll take praying at a wedding over that any day.
Yeah, I mean, so that is that's 2 of the groups so far who have prayed in the past couple months.
Yeah,
as atheists. Yukon, do you have one?
Oh, I'm being prayed for.
Oh, constantly, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm winning. I haven't done any praying, and I don't think anyone's praying for me anymore either. I think they've given up. Oh, it's been long enough.
I'll pray one out for you, homie.
Oh, nice. I have. Have I prayed with an E? I've eaten meat.
Okay, that counts.
Yeah, does it count? I mean, I guess I've prayed upon the grocery store.
No. Listen, just if you're in a pride of lions, right?
You're praying.
Not every
All right,
lion
Kara
has
Jane.
to kill every animal. There's lions back at home whose job is to like cook and do the dishes and stuff.
That's true. I'm bitch
Feed the
lion.
kids.
And like it's okay. It still is the deer that they drag back is still a prey animal, even though the lions paid somebody else in their society to go and get it for them. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what you did. You just paid another person to whack a cow.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I'm really liking Restream so far. I
It's pretty dope.
effortlessly changed my name to Bitch Lion.
You didn't have to log out and log back
It's
in.
good to be back, baby. I mean, I really did.
Back.
The second that this interface loaded, I was like, "Ooh, the names are so big."
I think this is the one.
This is exactly what I needed to be funny. Finally, and we took like a 12-month break from ever talking about my favorite part of the show, which is the names that we for ourselves.
I'm happy about all the stuff we're gonna get to bring back. We're gonna get to bring back casting, which we haven't done for this one, obviously. But I think we're gonna come back strong. Did you?
No.
You did casting for this without reading the book.
I read some of it. So I feel like I got a pretty good, like the brother.
Yeah.
You know, it's very Chris Pine, I would say.
So you read some, not all, right?
Chris
I
Pine
read-
isn't British.
19%. I think Chris Pine is British.
No, this
No.
brother is Taron Egerton. Nobody knows Taron but me.
I know. No, I don't know.
I gotta get IMDb open again.
Oh, come on. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay, Chris. Yeah, that kind of. I'm
Chris Pine?
seeing.
No,
I'm
too old.
seeing a little
Chris
darker
Pine is-
hair.
Chris Pine is too old. That's true.
Taron Egerton, look him up. He did the Elton John biopic. He's Kingsman, the new Robin Hood.
The new Robin Hood. People watched that.
Yeah, I watch it because I like Taron. He's great.
I don't know. I'm liking DJ Qualls for Adam.
I wanted to watch it. But I just-
DJ Qualls, the irresistible DJ Qualls.
you just can't.
What movie is he in?
Who, Taron?
Yeah.
Look up
No,
the Elton John movie, or look up Kingsman.
Or just picture Baby
That's his
Driver,
name.
but like kind of different.
Oh, I spelled Taron way wrong. Okay. All right.
Did you do like a George R. Martin Taron?
I said Tarren. I could see him. I got you. I had somebody else in mind. I had.
You're acting like he's not an incredibly sexy British man,
Oh, he is. Yeah.
because that's what Adam is, right? He's irresistible.
Supposed to be.
I didn't get the impression that this narrator had very good taste in men.
But they do say that everybody falls in love with Adam. That's why it was so reliably part of their plan.
Yeah.
Some of it was his charm. It wasn't just that he was good looking.
Yeah,
You think
Taron's
it was a
charming.
vampire?
I like Harry Lottie.
Oh, what about Harry
Or-
Give
No, Harry Lottie.
Harry Styles.
Harry Latte. I thought that's a.
Hey
coffee.
man, do you have him brought up right now?
Mm-hmm.
Give us a share. Why don't you?
Yeah.
Can I
do
do
it.
that?
Let's test
Let's
it. Let's
do
test
that.
the waters. A
So
little.
this guy, he's in one of my. Oh goodness, I have to give
Jack Binders.
permission.
Wet dreams.
Open preferences. Google Chrome.
bypass my whole home network filter real quick with the.
Oh my god.
My copper Tesla network cage thing. Or whatever that's called.
Pseudo enable.
Oh my god, I
all
can't fucking
me.
do it.
Let me VPN the Pornhub real quick.
for time less than 600 seconds.
Hang on. It wants me to like reopen. It was like my computer system settings, and then it wanted me to like reopen.
Gosh, where's my stinger?
Is that what we're doing? Is that what we're doing for
Here we go.
Pornhub? Is just
Here we go.
using-
Can you see now?
Let's get it up.
Can you see him?
Yeah.
Who the fuck
Yeah.
is that?
He's in one of my favorite shows, Industry,
He looks like
on
a
HBO.
he looks like a professional jockey.
Yeah, he could be. He's a skinny guy.
But is
he
he
also
short?
5'1"? Is he a short king?
Yeah.
It does.
Is he
It
a
does
short
look.
king? Oh,
we have a
God, I
best
don't know.
photograph.
No, he's
Looks like
6'2".
he's 5'1". I
He's
see it too.
6'2".
No fucking way.
No way.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
He's got. I'm sorry, but he's got the ears of a shorty.
TIL. You can have the ears of a short or tall
He's got
person.
the ears of a short king.
It's clearly.
That's all I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
He ain't working for me. Yeah, that's not my Adam. Not my Adam.
Not
Actually,
your Adam.
Karen's not 100% there either. I want somebody a little bit more scruffy.
Kit Harington.
Yeah.
Scruffy,
Kit,
really?
No,
He's-
Kit works. No, Kit works.
He's
Or-
he's
or the-
Scottish though, right?
Or his
he
King of the North.
British?
His King of the North brother would work as well.
Mm.
Maybe even better, actually.
Yeah. No.
What's that cat's name?
Rob.
Stark? Rob Stark.
Stark, the actor Rob Stark.
The actor
Yeah.
Rob Stark. Luckily, he had the right name. You know, that's how
Yeah.
he got the part.
Yeah. I think in Hollywood he
he's-
goes by Robert.
He's a-
Or Bobby Stark.
It's Tony
Yeah.
Stark's son.
A
Exactly.
legitimate son.
Man, you're on fire tonight, Bill Literate.
Yeah. I got to bring something to the table because it's not book knowledge.
Bring in the heat. Bring in the heat. Man, everything's working flawlessly. I'm kind of like, what's gonna go wrong?
No, they don't. Nothing ever goes wrong until you start paying for it, and you're locked into like a 2-year contract.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
when it'll go
Yeah.
wrong. So just don't do that.
Or when it's something
And we'll
I'm really
have-
excited about. Like it seems like we always have problems during our special Halloween episodes.
Well, that's because of the swamp demons.
Because the Swamp Demons, man, what an epic callback. One of the highlights of my life, honestly.
Only
Yeah.
long-time shimpies will get that one.
Yeah.
You know how many socks you just saturated by saying that out loud to the Shimpire?
Guys, I'm not even sure. Our publishing schedule is so bad. We probably live streamed that book, but like it's getting to be long enough ago that I'm kind of like, I don't know which books. There's going to be like whole just lost archives that people have just never seen, and we're going to be doing callbacks to inside jokes, and it's going to be a
It's
gonna
gonna-
be a real hit, I think.
It's gonna be like Doctor Who. You know, apparently Doctor Who has been on
Speak up.
since like the 1950s or 20s, and there's lost episodes.
Yeah.
People are gonna be digging through. We're gonna be like the fucking House of Leaves, man. People
are
gonna
Oh,
be
Christ.
copy
Yeah.
and pasting shit together
Ian's
and
house is going to get broken into 5 times a year by people trying to just like
with tape measures.
data mine his hard drives.
Mm-hmm.
Whose house? My house?
Yeah.
You know, no. The way it would actually work is they wouldn't be able to find any of our addresses except for Yukon's for some reason.
Probably.
Just by one mistaken docs that's like
Yeah.
on an old, like on back on fucking like way back web or whatever it's called.
There's
Wayback
probably you know a butt plug right here on my
with your
right
address.
here that just is like only made in my hometown.
It's
That,
a picture
know.
of you
Yeah.
and your wife with like key. It's a picture frame with like keys, and it's like
Yeah.
first house,
Mhm.
123 Yukon Street.
Yeah.
Could you imagine like being like 80 and passing that down to your grandkids instead of like a locket? It's like a butt plug with your picture on it. It's all sepia toned,
I
but not
bet
because it's
then-
old.
Ken, you are primed for this with that Kickstarter add-on to that Cyanide and Happiness game. You could make that happen.
Hey, raise your hand if you own a butt plug. Legitimately. No one else is gonna admit it. I've got one. It's on my shelf. up
I
here.
mean, it
I've
depends.
got other stuff, just not
You mean-
that.
Listen,
Something
I
specifically
have
for
owned
that.
a butt plug before.
Nice.
I
I've got
think I currently own a butt plug.
I've got a butt plug that came with the game Joking Hazard. It's the first player token.
It's great.
But so is it a functional one, or is it just like?
I mean, anything's
Anything's
a
a
functional
functional-
butt plug.
Are you? I don't know.
No, it's a real. I mean, I assume it's a real butt plug. It's
But
just
if
like
it's but if it's like a little one, I mean, I'm not sure you could really use.
No,
no. I
it's
mean,
a-
it's
a
life
fair
size. Let me put
question.
it this way: is it life size?
I'd say it's a scale butt plug. Standard to scale butt plug.
Standard
It's
scale.
Oh,
So
solid
1-to-1
metal.
scale.
The only dimension that matters is what's the outside dimension of the flared
It's tapered.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Would you-
am
I mean, is
am I
it-
allowed to
is it-
get it? And
It,
Is it a half an inch? Is it an inch?
am I allowed to get it and show on stream?
If it's more than an inch, it's a real butt plug.
yeah.
I mean,
I mean, I don't want to like legally.
probably
define
it's
a butt
kind of
plug,
like
but I
it's
know one
kind of
when I
like a
see
pog. It's kind of like a pog slammer.
the diameter.
Maybe a little
That's pretty-
smaller.
That's pretty big. I would say that's a functional butt plug.
Look,
Yeah,
I'm guessing
for-
I think it just is just a real butt plug. I mean, it's the
Anything
joking
is a
starter-
butt plug if you
starter
use
size.
enough lube, right?
You don't want to give.
Yeah.
You don't want to start off and give somebody who may not have a butt plug an extra large butt plug.
Yeah.
You
You,
don't wanna
gotta
give-
scale
I
up.
feel like we've
okay. Hang tight.
we're really veering off
We
off
are.
course here.
That's fair. All right, well, let's talk about butt plugs some more. What is he doing?
I think he went
You
and got
get
it.
it. Yeah.
This is a visual medium now. Like we're
That's
not.
fair.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Joking hazard.
Joking
old
hazard.
foil.
That's a gold foil, shiny red box edition.
Sponsor for this podcast.
Yeah, if you get it from, you can get an audiobook version of this game
Mm-hmm.
at audibletrial.com/self-importance.
Okay. First player token for this game.
I've seen this in person. It's pretty
Yeah.
funny. God, that was like 6 years ago.
I mean,
Yeah.
that works, right?
That's
That's
a little
for
small
real.
of a one, but yeah, I think so.
For real.
I mean, so this is
Does it sit upright?
it's like a little shy of 3.5 centimeters.
Okay, yeah,
About a
Like
little
I
over an
said.
inch.
A little over an
it's
inch.
Inch
more
and a
than an
quarter.
inch. It's a real butt plug.
Inch and a quarter. And check out the graphic.
You know, it'd be even funnier if the graphic was like just another butthole.
It would be, right?
You know, like when
As a
people
cat's
paint
ass.
eyes on their
Yeah, on the eyes. Yeah.
Hey, welcome
like-
back to the Shelf Importance. It's been a year.
Book club. Talk
years.
where we review butt
Oh,
plug.
butt plug.
Novelty butt
Review.
I like that human beings figured out in an environment where you have zero real estate advertisement, zero advertising real estate, just a bare human body. There's one and only one place where you can place a piece of flair, and it's at that end of a butt plug.
Yeah,
and
it's on the end of a butt plug.
it's. Sometimes I just marvel at the ingenuity of humanity.
There's a lot
It's
that can
amazing.
be done. They walk so we can run. What else can we do now?
We could read a book. I
Oh,
you guys,
hey-o.
you guys could. I'm illiterate.
Do I keep the Christmas music going?
I kind of like it.
All right, this
kinda like
music brought to you by AI. I
They used to people. They rule this place now.
AI, while we continue to slave away in this corporate hellscape, it gets to make music and write poetry.
That's right, people.
AI.
The book we're reading was The Christmas Guest by Peter Swanson. Hey,
Oh, is that how you say it? Swanson?
Isn't that not
I
how
can
you say
only assume.
it? Is Peter Swanson?
Yeah,
We're
Peter
joking, right? It's
Swanson?
Swanson.
there's an accent above the A.
Oh, there is.
No, actually,
Yeah, it's
they say Peter Swanson in the
Audible.
That is extremely upsetting.
No, it's Peter Swanson.
Okay.
This is the novella. It is a shorty. It's a real shorty because
Short King.
we've gotten lazy. What up? Pew, 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 pew.
Man, I could crush my reading goal if every book were this book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I've gotten a decent amount into another book actually over the free time we've had, so I'm happy we had a short one.
Nice.
But yeah, this was it. The Christmas Guest. It's a little crime kind of mystery deal.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice.
A little
Like, that was
Christmas
fun.
murder to go with your eggnog.
Da-na-na. Yeah, little murder. Little murder to go with your Christmas. So,
Mhm.
Murder.
Blake, you want to give the
You want to give the
Jack it off?
summary?
Synopsis, yeah.
You
So,
wanna jack the book off?
so of course,
Jack it off?
I can't read. Is what you need to know about me. And this book is about a girl whose name is Molly, probably something like that.
Yep, go ahead.
Feels pretty close. She's a exchange student in England, I think, and she doesn't have any friends because she's an American abroad, and you know how that goes.
That's a
Hey,
little
can we not
sexist.
call women broads?
Yeah.
I'm
Killing-
sorry.
you're killing it. Killing it.
She gets invited to go to a country house by some friend of hers, and they go out to take a little train out to the country to this person's family estate. She finds there a very fuckable, as I understand it, brother. And then I presume that the rest of the book is about one or all of them getting violently murdered.
You're not. You know what? You're not far off.
You're doing pretty good.
There are characters in the book.
Did you read the book jacket?
I read
read a summary?
19% of the book.
Must have.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, so who's got the?
You know
who
what's
could do
funny?
who can do a
I
proper
don't think
jacket
we
off?
do find out the main character's name until like halfway through the book, right?
See?
Main character?
Pretty sure we don't know
You're
her
talking
name
about-
until halfway through.
You talking about Emma?
Right.
No,
Well,
Sarah.
what?
Is
I
it
would say
Sarah?
main. I'd say main character is the Christmas guest.
Right. Yeah, the Christmas guest is the main character.
Emma,
Emma-
right?
Emma is
No, Emma is
who
not the
invites
Christmas
her
guest.
to fuck her brother.
Gracias.
Emma's not the Christmas guest.
What's the
Ashley.
Christmas guest? Ashley.
Ashley. Yeah.
I told you. Well, I started this by saying I will forget the names probably because I read it
Right.
immediately
Right.
after announced.
I mean, I just read it an hour ago.
Oh,
and
well,
I
then,
had
you know
to
what?
look it up.
Let me go. Well, can I double check you real quick? Hold on.
That is not an indictment of the quality of this book. It's
Ashley.
a great book. It's really
yeah.
good.
You can. I feel strongly that Ashley is the correct answer. But I did only read 20% of the book.
But yes, I do think we don't learn Ashley's name until the halfway point.
Is that so?
Pretty sure.
Now, you guys who read very recently, here's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
The very beginning, it starts with the other girl.
It's in the future.
Yeah. Did she say her? Did
Present.
it say her name at all? Did it call her Emma or Ashley in the beginning?
No, I don't think so.
I don't remember.
Nothing like that, right? Okay.
I don't remember. I don't think so. It's just like very, very vague about who is talking. We see the doorman Howard. I mean, it's really like 2 pages, and then we're in the story.
Mhm.
Right. Okay.
No. It
All right,
does
who's
not
got-
say what her name is?
Who can jack it off for us?
I mean, I can. I've got the jacket right here.
I did audiobook. I don't have the.
Oh, I mean, if you read the jacket, that her name is the first 2 words.
Okay. Well, you're gonna jack it off for us on the stream.
Yeah.
All right.
Ashley Smith, an American art student in London for her junior year, was planning on spending Christmas alone, but a last-minute invitation from fellow student Emma Chapman brings her to Starwood Hall, country residence of the Chapman family. The Cotswold Manor, festooned in pine boughs and crammed with guests for Christmas week, is a dream come true for Ashley. She's not only mesmerized by the cozy firelit house, the large family, and the charming village of Clivemore, but also by Adam Chapman, Emma's aloof and handsome brother. But Adam is being investigated by the local police over the recent brutal slaying of a girl from the village, and there's a mysterious stranger who haunts the woodland path between Starwood Hall and the local pub. Ashley begins to wonder what kind of story she's actually inhabiting. Is she in a grand romance? A gothic tale? Or has she wandered into something far more sinister and terrifying than she'd ever imagined? More than 30 years later, the events of that horrific week are revisited, along with a diary from that time. What began in a small English village in 1989 reaches its ghostly conclusion in modern-day New York, many Christmas seasons later.
Whoa.
Womp womp womp. Pretty epic stuff right there, man.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Really did fit a lot of story into a short book.
They did.
Mm-hmm.
I guess first of all, I mean, did y'all like it?
Love
2
it.
thumbs up.
I
Couldn't
liked
put
it
it
a lot.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
So the yardstick by Christmas Horror of the yardstick. I'm a few drinks in.
The metric.
The metric by which I'm measuring this book is Krampus, because it is the only other holiday horror. Well, wait. Okay.
Nightmare
Krampus-
Before Christmas.
Krampus. And then we each read a Goosebump book last year. Not this year, in 2023. We read a Goosebump book.
I forgot that we did that. That's great.
We did that like for
We're
one
so
episode.
stupid.
And I picked one that was kind of Christmassy. It was like a haunted snowman or something. I don't know. So I kind of that falls in my Christmas horror.
you
So I've
did.
read 3 Christmas horror novels now, and this is a clear number 2 because Krampus was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
it's
was.
not. You're right, and it's not an exact fair 1-to-1 comparison. This being a kind of
Novella.
more of a crime
Yeah,
mystery and being a novella, but still, yeah,
it's got some creep factor in it though. I was a little spooked.
yeah, parts of it a little creepy.
Yeah, so I liked it. Dingle,
Yes.
did you like it?
Oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, it had a lot of like trying to figure out who was doing the bad things and all that. And,
All right. Well, let's start with
Yeah.
like a little like piece by piece summary,
Yeah.
especially since Blake hasn't seen it. Maybe some of you viewers haven't either, unless you're coming here to Twitch specifically after finishing a Christmas guest and looking for someone talking about it instead of playing
Who
COD.
knows?
They
Who
probably
knows?
read the fucking thing in that 5-minute countdown you subjected us to.
Maybe
Yeah.
for those people that did just read it and are looking out on the internet for information about it or people to connect with, maybe we're just an AI fever dream generated just for you and your entertainment.
Maybe
Doesn't like
fuck, I should have put this in the
Many
notification
fingers,
title.
man.
That would have been helpful, probably.
We're an AI fever dream.
Yeah.
No, that we're talking about the Christmas guest.
No.
That's not out
Nobody-
here.
Nobody fucking reads books, man.
Nobody knows. Nobody reads. But
Nobody
what are we doing here? What are we doing here? All right, let's say for starters, Ashley is invited by her friend Emma to visit their Ashley is studying abroad. She's from
Mhm.
California, studying abroad. She's invited by her new friend Emma to visit her family's English country home for Christmas, so that she won't be alone on Christmas.
And the reason she's alone, because she tells everybody this, is because she's an orphan.
Yeah.
She lost her dad very
Yeah.
young, and then her mom died, and she has no one, and she's apparently just like
managed.
talks to everybody about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's like that old joke. It's like, hey, how do you know that Emma's an orphan? Because she talked about it in the first 5 minutes that she was with you.
Mhm.
That's like,
yeah.
that's what she's like. How do you know somebody's a vegan? Because they just talked about it.
They just talked about it.
Yeah.
I think you're
No,
just avoiding the fact that it's CrossFit people that joke is usually made about.
I've heard it with many of. I've heard it with CrossFit. I've heard it with being an atheist.
It's yeah.
It's like a lot of things I subscribe to.
Yeah.
So yeah, she gets invited to the
Okay.
countryside. That was some good companionable silence.
Yeah, she does. She gets invited to the countryside. She goes
And she goes.
on
To
a
the
shopping
countryside.
spree.
Oh, what?
What?
She goes on a little shopping spree
She does.
to get some more because she's like, Emma's like, you don't have to bring
Oh,
anything.
she doesn't have good enough
And then
clothes
Ash is
or
like,
something.
but I went on a
Oh,
shopping
that's right.
spree anyway.
It
gets-
seemed like she had a panic attack, and she was like, "I have to bring something," and then
She
she
bought
just
a
goes and
cute new
spends her
sweater.
entire life savings on a
Yeah.
sweater or whatever.
And here in the first like third of the book, she did do a little bit of a, the repeating herself, very similar to the, right from the villain's perspective. She's like, am I in a romance novel or a crime mystery? Who knows, dear diary? And she said that like a whole lot of times. Did you guys
Yeah.
catch on?
Oh,
It's onto
Like,
that.
yeah.
Gothic.
But
yeah.
she
It's
was-
starting to look more like a crime mystery.
Yeah, she-
Maybe this is a romance after all.
As time moved on, she kept changing her perception of
Yeah.
what she was in.
And it made us wonder, which one are we in? Dun, dun, dun.
Mhm.
Anyway, by train, she travels. She arrives where they're going, which I'm assuming is something like
Northern England.
Google Glastonshire or something. Google
It's-
Blastonspire.
It's in the Cotswolds.
Oh, it's in the Coxwells. So she travels up to the Coxwells, where she's picked up by a ravishing Adam, the brother of Emma, who's outside of his, like, I don't know, like his 80s Trans Am or something. And he's got like a real tight whitewashed jeans on and long hair. And he's like smoking a cigarette. He's got one leg up against
Yeah.
the wall. And he's listening to AC/DC, which is especially cool in England.
In
And
1989.
Yeah.
Is this set in the 80s? Is that when
Yeah,
that-
and she is- yeah, and
89,
she
something
is-
like that.
89, and she is smitten. So while all this is going on, Taylor Swift is being born.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very
Important.
important
Important to know.
plot.
And she's completely she's smitten with Adam.
Are you claiming that this whole thing is some sort of Taylor Swift fan novel that is just like, and then 30 years in the future, that girl was Taylor Swift?
Mhm.
Maybe.
Mm,
How would you know?
I wouldn't.
Exactly.
I just says it in the book.
Nothing to fill in at this time, right? Can I continue?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so they carry on with typical family things. She learns that the parents are kind of stuffy and kind of intimidating. She tries like, oh, steer clear of those fuckers, right? The cottage is beautiful. It's like every American's dream. Go to the English cottage. It's like snowy. It's like old and rustic inside, right?
Mhm.
Anyway, steer clear of the parents. They have like a pub that they walk to through the woods.
Yeah.
I
I mean, the parents are described as creepy and
Yeah,
scary, and
Yeah.
like I really thought there was going to be something there.
exactly. Yeah.
Like
There
they
might
were
have been.
eating babies at night or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No babies are
Yeah.
being eaten in the book.
But no, instead they're walking through the woods to the Dragon's Dick Inn. What is this one? What is it actually called? Anyone remember?
Sheerpole? Something like SH.
Yeah, it
something.
was kind of
some English word name.
Dickwater.
It was.
I over to the Dickwater Inn.
It's spelled DIDKERSTON.
That's right.
S-H-I-R-E, and it's pronounced
A shire. Dick Walter Shire.
I thought it would be in the news story in the middle of the book, but I don't see the name of the pub there.
Anyway, they go to the pub, and then the family she's visiting, Emma and Adam. They know everyone there. Everyone knows them, but there's a person there, an older woman, who is just like staring at Ashley, and she gets very visibly upset and leaves. And they come to find out she looks exactly like a young woman who was murdered
3 months ago.
3 months ago, and it was that lady's daughter.
Joanna somebody.
Wait, sorry,
Joanna.
Ashley looks like the murder victim.
She looks like the murder victim.
But she also looks a lot like Emma.
She also looks a lot like Emma.
How creepy.
Which is important.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How creepy is the mom? Is she
she's not creepy. She's just like it creeps Ashley out a bit because this woman's staring at her.
This scene feels like a David Lynch, like log lady kind of just like crazy character that just comes in and is like super weird at the character.
Nah, it's more.
And she like
it's less
pointed
log
at her,
lady,
stared, and
more,
blinked a lot.
Yeah, it's more pigeon lady from Home Alone.
Oh, ooh.
Oh yeah.
Maybe not even that. It's just
This
like
is not a main character or anything. Or what? No, it's the mom. Wait, you're right. It's the mom of the girl who was murdered. Right.
Murder
Yeah.
victims.
My
So
bad.
she's just out getting blasted because she can't deal with the pain
Yeah.
and of losing her child, right? And she sees this woman who looks just like her, and she just can't stop looking at her. It's like, oh, I'm seeing my daughter again. This is really bugging me out. So she goes home.
That would understandably fuck with your head.
That's the point where they fill in Ashley on everything that had happened, and this is where she starts to go, oh, am I caught up in a murder mystery, or am I in a romance novel?
Sheepfold is the name of the pub.
Oh, the sheepfold, and
The
then everybody
sheepfold.
knows that
That was
over there
close.
in the Coxwell, they call the man's penis the sheep, and the sheep's fold is the skin that flops over his little dingy head.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Do you get the impression?
Woo!
I love that they're also white people, so we can make fun of them as much as we want.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait,
Do you
you
get the impression-
visualize them all as being white? What's wrong with you? I thought they were all like black and like Asian and stuff.
Nope. In books, everyone's white until you say they're not. Everyone knows that.
What a
Welcome back.
statement to come out of the gate
Welcome
with.
back. Okay, look. OG Shimpies are gonna know this. We've already had this conversation, and the conversation when serious was that we decided that it seems that the race you are, you kind of place on people until they say that it's otherwise. So it's interesting that I see everybody as white, and what a mistake I make in my life. This is a callback joke. Don't fucking cancel us when we're first back. But also, also, I just want to point out, I don't think being canceled can happen anymore. For what it's worth, I think
We're
that's
past
that's over.
We're over it.
We're post cancel now. We
Yeah.
can say whatever the fuck we want. Not for the better.
Not for
But,
the better.
but that's how it is. That's the truth of it. I mean, if you all can fucking vote, I'm gonna steal one from Michael Che here. Hey, if you guys can vote for fucking Donald Trump to be the president, I'm listening to R. Kelly again. And then he goes, I already was, but I'm not gonna lie about it anymore. So, it just seems fair.
Do you get the impression in the story that Emma knows that Ashley looks like this dead girl beforehand?
Yes, and she says as much.
Yes.
Do you get the impression that some fucking weird, creepy midsummer kind of thing is going on where Emma's like, she looks like the dead girl. We must have her bones.
I never got that impression personally. What about y'all?
Are
Knowing
we
how
spoiling
close-
yet?
I've been fucking do it once. Okay,
Well,
I'm
look,
not
we'll say
reading this
there.
fucking
We'll say
book.
there is a reason, right? But are we?
Is
Did
it
you-
because of that reason?
Did you like feel that there was a connection this early on?
Oh, this early on? No, absolutely
Right.
not. I'm too dumb to catch that stuff. That's what I depend on y'all for.
If we thought there was a connection between what?
her between
I
you
just-
know if there's something interesting, anything weird or sus about Ashley looking like
The researcher,
Hey,
looking
there he is.
like what's her fuck.
Joanna something.
No,
The
I
dead
didn't.
girl.
I didn't make any kind of connection like that.
I guess what I'm saying is like, if somebody gets, if there's a high,
You're goddamn right, Seg. We're back and fucking stronger than ever.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
if there's a high profile murder in your very small hometown, and then
Yeah.
you go off to the big city and you meet a person who looks fucking exactly like the person who was murdered. It's not a healthy thing to invite that person back to your hometown
Right. I do. I mean,
and
I was
not
getting some
inform
stuff.
them of the situation that they're walking into.
Well,
So I knew something was suspicious
Okay.
when we find out she looks just like a girl who was murdered, and they had told her absolutely nothing about it, and that they told no one, her brother or her friend, that her brother was a suspect in the murder.
Is an ongoing suspect.
Ongoing, yes.
Yeah.
And that his alibi, like the more that kept coming out, it's like you didn't say anything. Something is up.
But I mean, I didn't think too much of it at this point, to be honest. And I
Well-
think it's mostly just like how many 21-year-old blonde college students, white blonde college students, look very different from each other.
they don't. I can attest to that.
They all look.
They look like the same, like all
Yeah.
of them.
Well, I think at this point for me, it didn't pass by like it wasn't going to be significant. However, what I thought was going to happen did not happen at all. I thought it was going to be like they have like some sort of type, like it's a small village and it's a cult and they like crucify people upside down or some shit like that. And
Dude,
this was the
don't make
person,
me not like this book because there weren't English countryside demons in it.
but that's kind of at this point
bog demons.
Bog demons,
that
fucking tea demons.
but that's kind of what I was thinking at this point in the book is like, okay, she fits some type and like, I don't know, maybe this lady that's freaking out, her daughter was that sacrifice last time or some shit like that. I don't know. That's what I was thinking at the time, at this point in the book, which was
Right.
incredibly off base, but that's okay.
Right. So then they introduce the idea. They introduce the story here that Adam is a suspect.
Ooh.
Okay.
You start to find out that he had a little thing with Joanna. And
Joanna's the murdered girl.
Yeah, she's the murdered girl.
Hi.
And I can't believe he's involved. And like from this point on, Ashley is insufferably obsessed with Adam and wanting to ride his D.
Oh, yeah.
It makes like I was alive in the 80s, but I wasn't a thriving in the 80s. I was a little kid, so I can't really say if this was like a normal thing or not. Maybe you can, Bob, being as old as you are. But
Everybody
was
wanting to ride
it
that.
common? Was it common for like women to be like all up on the jock so easily with like a bad boy in the 80s? Because she was like in it, dude. She got all about it real quick.
Well, I wouldn't fucking know
And-
because I wasn't that dude. So
Yeah.
I'm the wrong
You
person.
don't, you don't know how much poo
I mean, that's what I'm saying, the guy like when
Billy
you were,
is swimming in.
look, when you were like walking through middle school, right?
Uh-huh.
Heading to math class, Bob, and a guy shoved you really hard into a locker. Did a lot of women want to fuck that guy? Is what I'm asking.
not really, because I mean we come from the same area.
Yeah, I
Those
suppose.
those guys would be the ones that we would call the hoods.
Right.
And so they were the kind of the lower scale on the social ladder above me, but below like the jocks and cheerleaders and nerds.
Sure.
and, you know, it's like they weren't really sought out that I could detect.
Yeah, but the way I'm seeing this whole situation is basically like he's smoking, right? He's a murder suspect, and like she's like, oh my god, I want to ride him so hard. And he's like, oh fuck you, cunt. And she's like, oh man,
Oh,
I need it.
yeah.
I need it.
Even more.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So, anything so far you guys want to add?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No,
Look, they
not at
keep
this point.
they keep doing Christmas.
Mhm.
Da-da-da-da. Adam has like a little tussle with his dad, who's kind of like always a dick, right? And he leaves. He's like, I got to get out of here. And Ash is like, oh no, I thought it was going to be my romantic English Christmas, right? He's like, I got to split. I'm going to go back to London and hang with my pals, my boys, the dudes, right?
The lads.
I'm gonna go back to the flat in London and hang with the lads, right?
Yeah.
Have a couple pints this Christmas, eh?
Yeah.
Anyway,
I
they
think
do all that.
that's Australia.
We go back and have a couple pints, eh?
Wait, hang on.
I don't know.
Do you not think that English people serve beer in pints?
Me? No. His accent. I was coming out.
Oh, the accent.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. The A at the end is like, oh, almost.
Yeah. Well, look.
Hello,
at this
cunt. We're
part.
gonna have a couple pints, yeah?
Ugh.
In it?
Feels a little bit like the C word is probably not the strat we want for
Nailed it.
for the
Oi,
subtitles.
cunts.
Oh god.
That's a hey man.
Carl Urban says it a lot. It's
Listen, we
What?
said we're
What, cunt?
past canceling.
can't be canceled.
Canceling's over.
We
Yeah.
can say cunt. Right?
Welcome to the post-cancel cunt cast.
I don't know, guys. I'm not gonna risk saying the C word into a microphone. I'm not that confident that it can't.
Oh, you're not that
go
confident, huh?
right.
All right. That's like one of the most popular words in England. I think we're like cool. We're fine. Whatever. Anyway,
Sure.
he's out. He goes and has some pints. Crashes in his mate's flat in London. The girls keep doing Christmas stuff. Okay, they are having like dinners and walking over to the what inn again?
Sheep's fold.
The sheep's,
The sheep's
Well,
fold.
the sheep's foreskin.
They keep walking to the sheep's foreskin.
And what
Um,
are they doing? Like, are all their dinners like really sad and sort of quiet, or is that not the vibe? That's the vibe I was.
Well, it's
getting
kind of
with
no,
the-
it's kind of like it's weird.
situation.
Like Emma keeps kind of disappearing, going off on walks and stuff, right?
Mhm.
And Ashley's like, "Why didn't you wait for me?" She's like, "Oh, sorry, I just wasn't thinking. I just got up and went on a walk for myself, or went to have a read. You know, you want to get some tea? Cool, let's go to the Sheep's Fold because they've got like a booze area and like a tea room or something like
Ooh,
that,
tea
right?"
house.
See, it
And
was-
then like the dad has a friend join. He's an author.
Daniel.
Daniel.
Yeah.
Daniel, straight up,
He
he
wrote
wants
the book of Daniel.
straight up,
Bible.
he wants to
Yeah.
bonk Ashley. He wants to bonk her. He's
Yeah.
like,
Twice her
Come
age.
back to
No
my- he's like-
filter. Just like,
Oh,
hey, let's go fuck.
Twice her age. All right.
Yeah.
What's 19 times 2?
38.
38.
yep. So like it gets kind of late. They're having like some cheese and bread sandwiches or something, and like he's
Yeah.
like, hey,
A
why
What
don't
was
we
it,
just go back to my? You want to come back to my room?
cheddar sandwich or
Just
something
Cheddar
knock
like
one
sandwiches,
out.
yes, something weird. Hey, you want to come back to my room? You want to come? Poppycock, you know what I'm saying? And
You wanna come in my room?
and you want
I can make it.
to
that?
in my room? And
Got a butt plug.
she does not because she's
She does
about
not.
to.
Am
She's about
I
to,
meant
and
to
she's like,
think that
"Oh,
it's
but
gross
Adam."
that she's 19 and he's 38?
She has-
Is that?
Adam in his heart, in her heart.
I do
Yeah.
think it's gross.
It
but-
is. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I don't think it's
they
that
really say he's
out of the
an
question.
older guy, but I think it's implied. I mean, he's a successful author, and most
it's
successful authors are
okay.
not 20.
It's okay in Bel Canto. It's not okay here.
Dude, I'm 39 and I'm not gross.
That's and see. I'm like, look. I'm not at all interested in sleeping with a 19-year-old,
No.
but I don't think it would be that deranged for someone my age to be. I feel like there's very enthusiastically consensual sex that can happen between a 19 and
Right.
a 38-year-old, unlike Bel Canto.
Unlike Belcanto.
I'm like, okay.
17. Look, you make him 19 and we barely give it another thought.
Yeah. 2 years, and yeah.
Well,
Eight-
yeah,
18.
We
Even
covered
if it was
this.
18,
It was
I'd have
in
been-
the
I'd have been-
country.
18,
18's
I'd
on
have been
the
like,
edge.
but she's in college now.
We probably don't need to mention it.
Yeah, at 17,
Yeah.
we're going, but why?
Right.
But anyway,
But why?
anyway,
We're having to look
she
up.
turns him down.
I don't want to have to search local laws in different countries on the age of consent, right?
Right.
To make me not have to do that.
Right.
Make it just old enough where I can go. I'm sure that's legal everywhere.
Yeah.
That's
You
the
want to
age
send
we
up
want.
any red flags?
Legal
So-
everywhere
Look at
is
that.
the age
Look at that.
we-
Apparently, I'm throwing up thumbs up.
Oh, you kind now
What?
they know. Now they know
Now they
what
know.
browser you're using.
Oh shit!
I got some. I got an emoji in a bubble when I
It's a
didn't even
hardware.
make a thumbs up.
It's because you're on.
Okay.
It's because you're on an Apple product.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's an Apple reaction.
And now the thieves know.
Now the thieves know. Oh, where are we at now? I'm lost. Okay, so
Turns him down.
so she turns him down. Whatever. Blah blah blah. Things go on. One night, Ashley and
We
Emma.
had that whole conversation about some sex that didn't happen. I'm sorry.
It didn't happen. No, because
It
she's
didn't
like,
happen.
that's what I'm saying.
Also
She like
commendable.
she was ready for. The D was ready, and then Adam
Yeah.
was gone in London, and
gone.
she's like, I'm in love.
Yeah, he had a fight with his dad, and like
Yeah, he
left.
split. And still, this is just a couple days after her meeting Adam, and she's like, I can't be with you because I'm emotionally in a relationship with
I
someone
mean,
else.
she
Basically.
also
And he
kind of
doesn't know.
thought it was creepy.
One-sided.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
But
so
she
she's
kind
obsessed,
of low
dude.
key, very
She reg-
shortly considered it.
yeah.
She considered it. She's like, maybe I should. Maybe
She's
I
like,
should
this
just
was
go-
supposed to be the time I make mistakes, and maybe he was the mistake I should have made.
Maybe I should have dicked down.
Or-
maybe
You know what?
she should have.
In the end,
Or she
And
would
then
have
maybe,
changed their
maybe it
damn
was the
lives.
mistake
She could have been
made.
saved. She could have been saved by the D. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
He could have showed her things that she never imagined. You never know.
Yeah.
Maybe
and the-
there's something about experience coming with age. Let me tell
And the
you.
real treasure was the dicks we sucked along the way.
Along the way. Yeah. He's got that salvation D. That's all I'm saying.
Could have.
Um,
Could have.
could have. Anyway, so one night Ashley and Emma go to the Hogsmeade.
Sheep's fold.
they go to Hogsmeade, and they're in there for a little bit. People are Ashley seeing people they know. People
Lot
are
of getting drunk
talking.
in this
It's a little busy. They're drunk every single day, noon, evening, doesn't matter. They're like getting
Fucked up.
blasted, which I'm cool with. And then like
In college.
Ashley looks around, she's like, "Oh, Emma's gone,
It
and
was
it's late.
gone.
I guess I'll walk back home." She starts to walk towards the woods.
Was it
and
like
she
a
sees-
Batman thing where
Uh,
Emma just like
She decides
She's
not
gone.
to walk
Yeah.
through the woods because
Decides
she's
not to.
alone.
Right, but she sees someone walk out of the woods, and it's like snowy, right, and like foggy kind of. And she sees this figure with a big beard, like a really
Big
white
beard,
white face, a flannel like jacket, like a plaid jacket,
flappy cap.
flappy cap, very British looking.
Yeah.
Very British looking lumberjack type, right? And she's like, they look at each other. Does he see me? And the guy's like, does she know I see her? And then she's like, does he see me? And he goes and drags his finger across his neck, and she's like, yeah, fuck this, I'm out. And she runs. She's like, Adam, where are you, Adam? Where are you, Adam? She's running, running. I'm imagining that's what's going on in her head. She's
Yeah.
running, and she gets all the way back to the English countryside.
I mean,
She's
she
fine.
was in the driveway when she saw this.
Yeah, she runs.
She was in the driveway.
Right, she gets back, and then
Yeah.
she's like, "Oh fuck, I gotta find Emma." And she can't find Emma, and then she like finds Emma's mom. And does she tell Emma's mom at this point?
No,
No, right?
She's like, "Have you seen Emma?" No.
Emma's mom is like, "Darling,
She
have you
was-
seen Emma?" Oh, you nasty little rat, you little American kind
Yeah,
of
American.
right. And then,
She looks all over the house, and then she decides, you know what? I'm just gonna go to bed. And guess who's in bed? Emma is in her bed.
Santa.
Emma's already in her bed, and she's cold and
Cold.
clammy. I'm sorry, I was so drunk. I just
Drunk.
walked home without you. I'm so sorry.
Hey, did anybody expect any lesbo action to be coming up?
A little bit.
Yeah, I
Yep.
thought kind of there for a second.
Was
I
it
did.
feeling kind of steamy?
Did I expect
No,
it?
I just kinda
No.
thought it
Did
might
I
happen.
want it? I did.
But anyway, so I have
Well, there was a
real quick
point
comment.
when, yeah.
I was just gonna say with Emma, like, being present in some parts and then she's gone. I kind of tried to think about, okay, when is she gone? Because I was thinking, well, maybe she's a vampire, and
You
that
only see her
kind
at
of
night.
that can yeah. Well, I couldn't really I gave up on that theory. But for a moment, I was thinking she was some sort of
Yeah.
monster that had to be away when certain points. Anyway, it just
Yeah.
kind of fed that sacrificial village kind
Yeah.
of thing. But anyway, I just want to.
Now I'm pissed that she wasn't a vampire.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
God, we're
And-
just ruining the book for him. It's my turn now. I got to ruin the book for Ken.
I'm gonna give
Peter
this a 2.
Swanson, you missed an opportunity.
Imagine how disappointed I was when I found out there wasn't a Wendigo in this book.
There should have definitely been a Wendigo.
Yeah.
It's a damn shame.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, I was getting suspicious of Adam because when he left, I was like, it's awfully convenient that he's gone when little Beardy shows up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's about at this point where I'm like, well, Adam is a very obvious red herring. Did anybody have that thought?
Yeah.
I'm just like, it's way too obvious. It's like he was dating the woman who was murdered. He's gone. A killer shows up and you can't make out his face. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, it's
Yeah.
definitely not Adam, and they want us to think it's Adam. This is when I started.
But it
thinking
kind
that.
of was Adam.
But the
Well, oh, I mean, spoilers. But I'm saying at this point, I'm like, he's
At
a
this
red herring.
point, yeah.
But he was the
Yeah.
perfect red herring because
was.
he
Yeah.
was. It was a reverse red herring.
Because it was him.
can I get a green herring?
Such an obvious red herring that you just
Yeah.
pass him or whatever.
was
Can
a
I,
nice
can I circle
twist.
back? Quick point of order. What happened? Like, so when Ashley ran away from Beardo,
Mm-hmm.
did Beardo follow her? Was he like beating on the door? She just got spooked by a scary man and ran away.
No.
Not
You know,
at this point.
yeah, she didn't tell anybody about it till like the next day sometime.
And she was
So-
very much like, I was so scared after that unknown man
Or you know
threatened
what?
to murder me. And then she just went up and went to sleep and turned that around into just a sexual energy that was so strong that you guys were like, hey, we all thought they were gonna fuck, right?
She
Yeah.
did tell Emma, and Emma was like, "Oh, that was probably the gardener," and he was probably just upset about what she doesn't
Mhm.
say. She's like,
Plants.
"Oh, it's probably just him, and he's upset."
He's just guy fucking hates plants.
So Emma waved it off.
Yep. Oh, it's probably just that old garden cunt.
An American C word.
Yeah.
Or no, a Christmas C word.
Look, I won't say it without an English accent. It's a dirty word otherwise.
That's true.
Right.
It's like saying dude in England, you know? I think, anyway. Okay, where are we at? Okay.
I really don't think so, but
It's like saying what's up. You know? It's a term of endearment.
yeah. I thought the same thing about my Australian friend until I said that to my Australian friend, and he was like, "Yeah, man, we really don't say that."
What?
They really do
Cunt?
say
he,
it
was,
in
he
England.
was like offended.
Was this Claire's husband?
Yeah,
I forget his name, but yeah.
Paul.
Paul, that's
Look,
right.
look, not all that long ago, Emily Blunt was on Jimmy Kimmel. And he said, what's the
Cool.
most popular, like the most popular cuss word? Or the most popular, just like kind of word you throw around like that in England? And she goes, I really can't say it on TV. And he's like, what is it? You can tell, we can blur it. She goes, I can't say it out loud. And he's like, oh, I see what you're laying down. So, I mean, if Emily Blunt says it, it's real.
Yeah.
Her last name rhymes with it after all.
When I was in grad school, we had a guy from England, and I used the word wanker, and like he got super offended.
Yeah.
Like he's like, "Don't say that. That's like super bad." I'm like, "Okay." So I don't know if like wanker's like, you know, because we're like wanker.
Oh, wanker!
Yeah,
Oh,
he was
Hello.
an undergrad dishwasher kid, so we gave him hell.
Oh, yeah, you got to. Okay. Oh, boy, getting tied up here. Okay,
So-
bunny trails, rabbit trails. You want to, where we at, Yukon?
So, yeah, after she sees the
Scary
thing,
Santa.
the scary Santa,
Yeah.
skinny Santa, she does tell Emma, and then what? Christmas comes, but I think
Christmas Eve. Dinner
before
Yeah,
that,
dude.
they do go out to a fancy hotel
where
and they
Adam
see
comes back.
Adam, and Adam has a friend there, and Adam had given when Adam left. I don't know if you mentioned this. He left a present for Ashley.
he gave her a
gave
real
her a
nice scarf.
scarf, and she
He actually-
loves it. And she kisses the scarf when she puts it on, and so she's like got the hots for this.
She
dude.
stuffs it down her pants when she goes to the Hogsmeade.
She's gotta be
So
wanking with it though, and
So-
I don't.
Yeah.
So they go to this hotel, fancy
Mhm.
dinner. She has the night of her life. She kisses him. They
Who,
smooch.
Adam?
Yeah, they smoochy smooch
Yeah, he
because
kisses her.
the sister Emma, she goes off with the other guy that came with Adam, and so Ashley feels like she's got this privacy, and they smoochy smooch, and then they go home, and but no, that's not Christmas Eve. I don't think that happens on Christmas Eve because the thing happens on Christmas Eve.
The thing.
Yeah. So I think that was probably the 23rd.
Oh,
Yeah, I think it was
When they
Spend the
go out.
23rd. They go to that fancy hotel. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's the day before Christmas Eve.
That's the day before Christmas. And then like they have like Christmas Eve dinner, and then there's toasts, and Ashley gives an awkward toast. And
Is Adam into this whole thing, or is he just like kissing and splitting?
It was a nice.
he left again. He left again.
He's like,
So
I don't. He's like, I
they
don't
drove
wanna
like
leave
30
'cause
minutes to go to
I
this
just
hotel.
keep
It
thinking
wasn't
about
close.
you.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
Adam is a consenting partner to this love affair.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Now while
That's-
we're having
initiated
after this point.
Yeah, he initiated it.
Okay.
While we're having Christmas Eve dinner, they run out of milk. So Emma runs out. She goes to the pub to buy milk, because that's where you go to buy milk, is down at the pub that's a 5-minute walk away.
Hogsmeade.
Well, she's gone for a long time. We don't know where she is.
She's out being a
And as soon as-
vampire.
As soon as
Yep.
Emma opens, or as soon as Ashley opens the door to like look for her, she comes running out of the woods,
There's the
looking for
guy.
something behind her, saying that there's some scary man in the woods that chased her.
Oh,
little
it's
man.
chasing me
Who
through
is
the
this,
woods.
Emma?
Emma.
Emma.
Yes.
Is being chased through the woods now.
Yeah.
By Santa Claus.
The police come.
Well, ostensibly.
Yeah.
The police come. They interview, and then Ashley speaks up and says, "I saw him too. I saw him just the other day."
Confirmation bias.
Yeah. And then the cops are like out in the woods, and they bring out they're doing a search, and they find a mask. They find a Santa Claus mask, and it's like
I
white
did.
face with
I
a
did.
big
It can't
beard.
look like this.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh my gosh, that's it. Yeah, there's some creep in the woods." So this is where we are. Then it's like later on Christmas Eve, and the girls, Emma tells Ashley, like, "Hey,
I
Adam's
shouldn't say
gonna be
anything. Yeah,
Adam's gonna be down at the Sheep's Fold tonight." And Ashley just lights up. "Oh, we gotta go, but we'll go together, and we won't leave each other, and we'll go through the woods, and we'll be safe, and you know that scary little man won't
That part
get
is
us because
really-
we'll be together."
That part was really funny because it was actually she was like, "Okay, let's go," and then Ashley and Emma's like, psycho murder in the woods. Remember? She's like, "Oh, fuck yeah, you're right. Fuck, I forgot. Shit.
Let's just
Let's
carry
just
some
go
rocks.
together because we're both really strong."
And
Yeah,
we'll take rocks
right.
with us.
I could take a knife.
So in the book, all of this so far has been a diary entry.
Yes.
Yes.
The first couple pages are not. It's someone 30 years in, like 2019, who's going through like possessions in their New York City apartment. They get out this diary and they start reading the diary. So all of this has been a diary of Ashley
Smith.
so far.
Yes.
So I knew I was only halfway done with the book. And so imagine my shock when there are no more diary entries halfway through the book.
Yep.
We
It's just
shift.
like about the author.
And now we go back to 2019. Like, and I'm like, there's still more story to tell. Like,
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah. That's
they're
because
going-
we're going to Hogsmeade was the last journal entry.
Yeah. Sheep's Fold.
Yeah.
because they were murdered on the way.
Yeah.
Well,
One
they were
person was murdered.
they were both attacked,
Yes.
and Ashley did not make it.
Oh, Ash trash.
Emma
We thought Ashley was the lady in the New York City apartment, and she's not. It's Emma. Emma's in the New York City apartment. She survives.
Emma survives.
Yeah.
and
and she's
becomes Taylor
living.
Swift.
Emma
Because of Taylor
survived, and she is living in New York
New York.
under the name
Ashley.
Ashley
no.
Smith.
Rebecca Smith.
Rebecca Ashley Smith,
Yeah.
because that was Ashley's whole name. She took her identity.
She took
When
her
she came there.
identity.
Because then the whole truth comes out.
I killed Ashley Smith.
I
She
killed
says
Ashley
it like right
Smith.
away.
Yeah, yeah.
I killed Ashley Smith.
That comes.
And that's yeah. Just kicking the nuts.
If I want like deep breath, we should run through this all real quick.
Yeah. Do it.
Here we go. Adam did kill Joanna. Okay? She was like really into him, right? She's like, oh, I just want to like, I'm so psycho. I just want to die if you want to be with me, please. And he smashes her in the face with a rock. All right, I'm sorry. He punches her in the face. And then he's like, she made me do it. But anyway, he punches her in the face. She goes down. Boom, smokes her head on the ground. He's like, I didn't mean to hit her that hard.
She
Ugh.
dies.
So that she dies. So then he smashes her face with a rock to make it look like, I don't know, he didn't punch her with a fist. And then he throws the rock.
Well, at
into the
that
lake.
time, there were a lot of cycling accidents in Central Park. And I thought it'd be funny to stage the bear.
Right.
Anyway,
So yeah, so he smashes her face with the rock, throws the rock into the lake. He has his dumb ex-girlfriend who he's been like fooling around with,
Claudia.
be his alibi and be like, oh, he was with me all night. Well, the cops are starting to find out that he wasn't with her all night, so he starts to freak out and he's like, oh, listen, Emma, like, oh gosh, how, I mean, this is totally crazy. You'll never go along with this, but what if we set somebody up? I've got a full plan.
Well, so he's freaking out because DNA is becoming a thing.
DNA is
Yeah.
becoming
They're
a
gonna
thing.
use. He's like, they're gonna use it to solve every murder ever. And is the lake gonna wash off the DNA from
I
the
love how
murder I
he's- yeah.
committed?
I love how it's basically like, apparently this shit's like fucking always coming off of you. It's all over the place.
Yeah.
And they can just tell you've been anywhere ever, forever.
And this is
Sucks.
before OJ. So they had some
Right.
insight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and she's like, I know you've always been into like, just like murdering animals and stuff, but I never expected this. So he's always been a bit of a freak, right?
Yeah.
And they're like,
Yes,
they're like
that's-
twinsies.
I'm
So-
pretty sure that's psychopathic behavior, right?
Yeah. And then like, I guess like all this weird stuff. Like one time Emma had like a major nosebleed or something. And then like the blood dried all over her dress. And he's like, hey, don't throw that out. Actually, can I save that? I just like it. I just like the way it looks. And then he puts it in his closet, right? And he still has it.
Which
So-
actually finds.
Yeah, she finds it. But anyway,
Prior,
he's definitely a serial killer. You can tell, at least at this point, right?
Mhm.
He's like, so look, I may have put a little bit of thought into this. And he says this as they're like twinsies sitting on the couch, like with their feet touching each other in a weird way they've always sat since they were kids. He's like, you're never gonna go along with it, but like, just in case you did, what if it was like you had your friend come here and then we gave her the best Christmas Eve ever, or the Christmas of her life? She'll love it. She's an American. I'll make her fall in love with me so that she can have a great time, right? She won't be able to resist doing this. You are going to have to be the one to kill her. Here's how.
Because
so
I need
so
to be out of town.
so
with
I
an
need to have
alibi.
an alibi. So what's going to happen is we'll make this whole thing happen. I'm not going to reiterate it to you because he basically just explains the first half of the book, but
Yeah.
from the villain's perspective, which I thought was hilarious.
Very
and then yeah, and he's like, so you on the way back, look, bingo, smash her in the head with a rock as hard as you can, but then you're also going to have to smack yourself with a rock. I thought this part was cool. He was like, you won't be able to hit yourself believably hard enough. Psychologically, you won't be able to do it. So throw a big rock up into the air and let it fall down and smack you in the face. And I'm like, yeah, that's a pretty good idea, actually.
That's
if
a
you're
good
gonna
idea.
So he throws it up. She's like, oh, it hits her in the shoulder. And she's like, fuck, that kind of hurt. And then she's like, whew. Dun, 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 tsk, and then it smacks her in the side of the eye and knocks her out cold, and she almost
Actually
dies.
knocks her out for days.
Yeah, she almost
It's
dies.
gonna be real easy to overdo this plan.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like some family members who are there for Christmas find him and carry him back, whatever. She's like, oh, here's like all of Ashley's passport and shit. I guess I'll just use her passport and her credit cards to become Ashley on my way to move over to America, I suppose.
Mhm.
I'm like, I don't know why you would do that, but go ahead, whatever.
Just for fun, I'll just start over, but with Ashley's
Yeah.
credit.
Well, she hates her parents.
Ashley the orphan.
Yeah. So here's the thing: Emma was, she had hidden it was Emma who was like the creepy man in the woods. She hid the mask and the jacket and everything like in a tree that was hollowed out. So she was always that person.
Mhm.
And then she killed Ashley, and then she moved back. She became Ashley, and then. Am I missing anything so far? She hasn't talked to her brother in a long time.
She set up the whole scene where she was like, scary man in the woods.
She set it all up. Yeah, it's like they knew all of it. He knew everything that was going to happen before it happened. The way it was going to happen perfectly. Laid it all out. It all unfolded like a dream. And then now she's like, okay, it's Christmas Eve. I'm going to be visited by a Christmas guest like I always am. And the ghost of Ashley comes to her and like has her face smashed in while she like lays in bed beside her and asks her about like, what's your brother up to?
And that's the Christmas guest.
That's the
Ashley's
Christmas guest.
ghost.
Is the ghost that visits her like a Christmas carol.
Bob Marley.
She just shows
but
up to gossip
like
about Adam.
Yes, like
Yep.
Bob Marley, not
Yep.
like Jacob Marley, like Bob Marley. she visits Ashley
me.
visits them and she sings "No Woman No Cry" in her bed all night long.
Yeah.
Jacob Marley. Fuck. Damn it.
Which is funny because that's quoted in the beginning of the book, and at that point I was like, I wonder why they quote that. That's interesting, but I guess that's why. So she visits. She's
It's
like,
called the Christmas guest, not the Christmas
yeah.
ghost.
So she's like, hello, I'm back again. And her eyes all crushed in, her face is split open like she's
Yeah.
like half of the Joker,
It's that
right?
Black
And,
blood coming out of it.
Want to know how I got these scars?
And she's like, how's Adam? And you're like, fuck, lady, get over it.
Yeah, get a new routine.
have you seen what he's up to?
Yeah, and
Oh,
here's
Well,
what
this guy is a ghost
That
and
was
end
creepy.
exactly
Yeah,
as
that was
horny as a
Yeah.
ghost.
Yeah.
As
And
a woman.
apparently what Adam's actually been up to is legitimately being a serial killer.
And a British MP.
Yeah, and a British MP. That and the reason it mattered that that Ashley looked like Joanna is because that is the type that he was obsessed with killing. So he keeps finding women that look like that, smashing their faces in with rocks.
Most of them.
Pretty much most of them. Yeah, pretty much all of them. But
Because he
not
changes it up so he
all.
doesn't
He
get
changes
caught.
it up sometimes because now he's an MP. He knows what's good, right?
Yeah.
And
Then he
and
gets
that's-
busted because
and
she
then he
goes
gets
to a
busted
library,
because she-
uses an
yep.
anonymous email, and gives
Yep.
a tip.
gives a
But
tip.
that's
You should.
that's a year later though, right?
It's a year later. Yeah.
Wait, Emma
After that-
gives him up?
Emma gives him up.
Emma gives him up. She's like, you should really look into this
But
fella.
nobody knows that Emma's still alive because people thought she went to Italy,
Italy, yeah.
and she's using someone else's ID for these 30 years. So, man, I
Yeah.
feel like, you know what? I when I was reading that ending, I was like, this couldn't really happen today. I feel like documents would be so checked and double checked, and like she'd be using her social security number, but then she'd be like reported dead somewhere else. Like it is something that could have happened in the 80s. Like
Yeah.
if she looked close enough, you know, but
it would have
today,
fallen
I
apart
don't-
by now.
I don't know that it. I mean, maybe.
And if
Who's
you had
looking
a-
into somebody who's dead for 30 years? Like,
Yeah, and if you have a passport,
I
I mean,
don't
that's
know.
really kind of all you need at that. I mean, at least back then, you know.
Yeah.
You could get a driver's license.
and it sounds like, well, she does these galas and stuff, but it sounds like she's kind of a hermit otherwise.
Yeah.
Like, she spends Christmas alone. Wife alert, wife alert.
Wife alert! Wife alert!
But I don't know. I don't know if this could happen today. Like, if a kid murdered another kid and then like took their passport and tried to go to another country, like I guess it could.
Here's what I want to know. How did she get her actual inheritance?
Well, she got it before she decided to leave. But how did she keep access to it?
Yeah, well, and how was she also like whenever when her parents were to die?
You mean, how did she actually get?
Well,
the funds?
she only relied on her grandmother's inheritance.
Right.
That's what I took from it.
And
Like
she
her
got
grandma
that before she
died.
split, huh?
She got it. She had enough money to live on, so she's like, I'm
Gotcha.
out of here because I
I'm
don't
out.
like my parents. I'm just taking this money and going, and she started over.
Oh, take the money and run. Yep.
Wait, sorry, that's what Ashley did?
Yeah.
That's what
no.
Ashley did.
Well, new
Well,
Ashley.
new Ashley.
Old Emma. Yeah.
Okay.
Emma's grandma died.
Emma Ashley.
Emma got an inheritance, and she's like, I have all this stuff
Yeah.
that Adam gave me of hers, and I look like her, so I'm just gonna go to America.
So the way the end actually wraps up there is that apparently there's like, I don't know, some kind of like podcast sleuth or something, right? So
yeah.
that's like looking into these old crimes.
Yep.
Not like real news, right? Just somebody who's a crime enthusiast in today's crime enthusiasm world. And
Yeah.
she's aware of this person, and they're looking deep into like
all
of like trying to connect all of these crimes that maybe the police haven't been connecting. And it's like, we should definitely also look at his sister. And she's like, well, maybe. And then at the end is like, maybe they'll be coming to my door. And somebody read the last couple sentences. You there? You come.
Yep. Outside the tavern, a stout man in his red Salvation Army apron rings his bell and sings "Good King Wenceslas" in a baritone voice.
It's pronounced good King Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
Wienerless, what?
Worcestershire. I dig in my purse for change, and he stares right through me into the middle distance, as though I might not even be there. It is, after all, the season of ghosts. So is she a ghost?
Who knows?
I don't know.
I don't
just-
think so.
Just to square the circle here.
Yeah.
If that's a phrase. Emma and Ashley look alike. So the real thread here is
Emma,
that,
Ashley, and Joanna look alike.
is that Adam wants to murder everyone who looks like his sister.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
does not
yeah.
want to murder his sister necessarily.
Well, because
What do you
she
think?
left.
Correct.
She did leave.
Well, he's never wanted to murder her.
They're twins, by the way.
They've got like a twin thing.
Yeah, they touch feet together.
Yeah.
I have a couple of loose ends that that were left in the book as loose ends, and they bother me.
What you got?
One night, Ashley,
Oh yeah.
she's like, I miss Adam. I wish Adam was here. And she like wakes up sleepy, walks over to his room, opens the door, and she sees something under the covers, and she's like, oh, he decided to come back. And it stirs and it gets up. And it said it had long blonde hair and Emma's face. And she ran out before Emma, I guess it was Emma, realized that it was Ashley coming in the room. But Emma later, in her first, 30 years later, she's like, I don't remember that happening. I don't remember sleeping in Adam's bed.
Right.
That is a little weird to me.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just an imperfect memory, because there's a whole bunch of other stuff she said she doesn't remember.
Yeah, I
But
was just
she
trying
does remember that's not in.
See, I thought Adam and Emma were gonna be like secret, like sibling love affair kind of stuff or whatever for a while there.
Yeah. I thought maybe that one girl that was murdered wasn't really dead, and that's who she saw. Maybe she's like hanging out in the house or something.
Oh,
I thought it was
that's
just
a good one.
the way I interpreted it was just giving it some flavor. That she was like she's reading someone else's diary, because she even mentions like it's amazing like how much detail she gives to some of these memories that I don't even remember happened.
Yeah. Or
You know.
she wrote about a dream she had where like the dad made the mom sleep on the floor, and that Emma's like, that actually happened. I don't know how she knew that. Why would she dream about that? No one
Oh,
told
sure.
her that my dad
Maybe.
made my mom sleep on the floor.
Maybe there was never an Ashley, and Emma was killed by Adam.
Mm-hmm. Like Fight Club.
Like Fight Club. We sure about that? You sure about that?
You remember in Fight Club when Adam kills his
Yeah.
sister?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he
Hmm.
fucked his sister. Slide. Fight
I
Club's
did.
great.
I did like how she points out, like, the morning after seeing Ashley's ghost, it's worse than any hangover she's ever had. Like, she spends all their time getting drunk with Ashley, and then she sees Ashley's ghost, and the next morning she's like, "I'm dying."
Seriously, this AI generated Christmas music is like a 5-second loop.
It is. Yeah. I did hear some like ho ho ho's earlier.
Let's see.
That was
Let
pretty
me
nice.
shuffle it up.
There you go.
I think they could shuffle this. It's like I think they were like
I wish it
playing
like
a song.
shuffled.
They were playing a song for a while,
Yeah.
changing it up, going through like little parts of a song, and then it just goes.
Well, you know what happened? No, it found the perfect holiday song.
Yeah, I was like, this is the vibe.
They're like, this is it.
As long as nobody touches it, they're gonna have a banger show.
Like
Yeah.
nobody's everybody. It seems everyone knows it's there, but no one is actually acknowledging it's there. This is the perfect tune.
So yeah, that's the book.
That's the book.
Sounds
Wait,
awesome. I'm gonna.
questions?
No, I can't wait to get into casting now, knowing all of this, that all the characters look the same and that they're like redheaded white ladies, because we've got Bryce Dallas Howard, Jessica Chastain, right? And just like we just go down the list and just name off like white redhead chicks that look the same. We have so many actors to choose from for these characters.
Yeah,
There was also a picture.
I'm seeing
that
I'm seeing that
actually
Anna
saw-
Kendrick in here somewhere.
I saw Anna
Yeah.
Kendrick as the American Girl.
Yeah, same.
Now there was a picture that Ashley saw in Adam's room, and she was like, oh, this must be him with that girl that he might have murdered, because it was a blonde girl or something. Well, it was Emma. I guess Emma's hair color was different in the picture.
Right.
touching.
That was also like a weird little detail. Like, what was that about?
Maybe she like had red hair when she was a kid, but grew out of it into blonde hair. Although I think it usually works the other way.
Well, I think she colors her hair now,
Right.
So
Colors your
that
hair.
so that
So her
Adam
brother doesn't want
to kill her. Yeah,
sensible.
there's a reasonable thought there.
Just imagine that conversation where he's like, "Sis, sit down. Every time I look at you, I want to bash your head in with a rock. And I don't mean metaphorically. I mean literally. I want to murder you. So
As in, I'm gonna do it soon.
I just
What?
I,
Well, what if I
I
change my
need
hair color?
you to get some bleach, and we could probably work this out."
Yeah.
But yeah, hell of an ultimatum. Dye
Yeah.
your hair, or I'll murder you.
Or we'll murder your face with
So-
a
We
rock.
could be friends.
Whose recommendation was this, Ken?
It was. Are you surprised?
Not really.
Come on.
Great pick. Good pick.
It's kind of my thing.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Whenever I get a real bad one, it's gonna be devastatingly bad.
Yeah.
I can feel it, and I feel it's probably gonna happen soon.
Who was House of Leaves? Was that all of us?
Fucking
Did we
Blake.
collectively?
That was Blake.
That was
Which
Blake.
you kinda-
Does Blake?
I mean, look,
Actually-
it was on
actually-
my list of books to read.
Yeah, we had this exact conversation
Yeah.
where Yukon was trying to be like rescue it and be like, no, it's like I suggested it too, and then we were all just like, no, it's
No, the way
Yeah.
it worked out, was Blake was like, "Here's this incredibly
so good.
amazing book that we should read called House of Leaves," and he hyped it up. And then when it came time to pick a spoopy book, we're like, "What about that book you suggested?" That's the involvement we had. It wasn't a suggestion from us. It was like a looking back, like, "Oh, you suggested this. We might as well do it." And I'll tell you what, I want to read it again. I think that's like part of it, right? Is now now I'm a part of the book.
I might have thrown it away.
As you should have.
Bob, did you throw yours away?
I either gave it away or thrown it away because I have not
think-
seen it.
I think I have it on. I think I had it digital.
I think you
That would be a
sent us
weird one to have
video
digital.
of throwing your book in the trash. No, we all
Yeah.
have physical copies.
No, I
You
have it.
sent us a
I-
video of
yeah,
you
I
throwing it away.
Yeah,
I think I threw it away.
I want to read the whole thing.
I
again.
do. I do
think
still
I'm
have
asked.
it. I wouldn't throw it away, but
Maybe imagine you're reading it from the villain's perspective. Right over there.
who in the fuck is the villain?
You just need a bump
The
like
house.
figure on the inside.
A tape measure.
Johnny
Yeah.
Trent.
Navidson.
Oh,
Davidson.
Davidson.
I still want to go back through S and read all the annotations. I haven't done that
Oh,
yet.
God.
I really lost steam on that one.
That was one I missed, I think. Yeah, I know I didn't read it. I think that was that summer I was studying.
I liked it though. It
Oh,
had
for you,
it
yeah.
had what I had said I wished House of Leaves had, and that was the ability to read straight through and make sense of it without reading the annotations. which you could do. You could basically just read the Ship of Theseus, and which is what we did, and it was like cool.
And then by the time I was done with that, I was like, I don't really
do
feel
this
like
again.
going back and doing the rest of this work.
Yeah.
Right.
It was a
Here's your
lot of
secret
work.
decoder, because I know I'm gonna get to the end. It's gonna be like drink your Ovaltine.
Fell flat at that point, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah. So
I still have all that shit in there too.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah, I went back and put it all back in the right spot, packaged it up real nice for the next unfortunate soul who wants to dig into it.
I think if nothing else, we've pretty much proven, at least for the way we approach literature, right, is that literature is art form enough in and of itself. It doesn't have to be made into a further type of art. It's kind of
Reinvented.
like I wouldn't be interested in approaching a painting, right? That is also a novel. The
Right.
interesting thing about this painting is if you get it real close, the magnifying glass, you can actually read it.
And it's
I'd be like,
the-
fuck that. I'm just going to look at it, right?
Yeah.
I just want to read the book, the story,
Yeah.
the story, and then move on. I don't want to like, now it's
Right.
the fucking,
I mean, I can
the
I
Notebook or
can
whatever.
I can appreciate the artistry of
Yeah.
S
Yeah.
or the House of Leaves. Like I do appreciate
Yeah.
that takes a
The
lot
effort.
of creativity.
Yeah.
It takes I can only imagine it takes a lot of planning on
Mm-hmm.
making sure you put the right markings and stuff. But I don't know, I'm like Kenneth. I just want to be able to read it. It's exactly like Kenneth. Like I don't want to have to look at a painting and try to figure out what the fuck the artist is trying to say or do. I just want to look at it and be like, oh, that's
Yeah.
yeah. And I'm a simp when it comes to that kind of stuff. So
You can't say that on Twitch.
simp is simp bad? Jesus fucking Christ! Everything is bad.
That was
I don't- what-
part of the original list.
I just don't think he's, I don't think you used it correctly anyway.
That is also true.
So I think it's probably all right. I think
did
you
it?
used it to mean like
Okay.
simpleton, right?
Yeah, is that not what it means?
Nope.
Nope.
What's it mean?
It means like
it mean
you like you're obsessed with and sweating on somebody.
It's how you feel about your waifu.
So okay, well that's dumb.
Look, it's like okay. So if
Okay,
you're
anyway.
And actually,
if you're a simp, okay, we're on Twitch, right? If you're a simp for Amaranth, that means you're popping on her stream, sending her money all the
the
time.
money's going.
You're sending her the money because you're so deeply in love with this person,
Yeah.
and you think that like it might get you
And
some,
the-
right?
But
The
it
reason-
never.
The reason it
Hands
got
out,
banned
never
on
do that.
Twitch, though,
Never gonna
is because
happen.
it got really associated with incel culture, and then I think people started
Mixing the two.
insulting other, accusing people of being simps and stuff like that. And I think, and Jamie, can you look this up? Etymologically speaking, I think that the actual origin is in like the Japanese senpai, and there's this like power dynamic between like older students and like teachers and like young girls who are like, ooh, notice me soon. I think those are related. I may be totally off base.
Oh, yeah, I have no idea.
Oh,
But
I
I will say though, I think
We'll
it's
look it up
gone.
later. Feel real
I
dumb when I'm wrong.
I think it belongs to common culture enough now that it probably would be okay to say again. The way people have just like broadly started to use it for anything, like it's like saying you're a stan for something. Be like, oh, I'm such a
Yeah.
simp for board
And-
games,
But
right?
really,
Okay.
though, we got to get on brand because we don't do simping here. We do shimping.
We do shimping, and shimping ain't easy. Shimping ain't easy.
Shimping ain't easy.
Welcome to the Shimpire. Come on a sock. That's gonna be part of our like new theme song. Welcome to the Shimpire. Come on a sock. That's it.
All right.
That it's inspired. What am I trying to say here? It's inspired this.
Wow.
Wow.
Is that allowed?
Yeah.
Certainly not.
Okay, fine. How about that?
There we go.
Can you imagine somebody like just now like, I'm gonna go on Twitch and see who's on just chatting. Oh god.
In a sock. Come in a sock.
Come in a sock.
Oh, is that our next segment? Okay.
They misspelled foot. Foot in a sock. Guys, we did it. I think
We did it. We did an episode again, and we
we successfully
enjoyed
lied.
each other's company. That's so nice.
Well.
And Ken, you're so festive. I love your office.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you.
And Dingle, you got the lights.
It's got the
Yeah.
lights up, dude.
Got some multicolored lights.
I thought it would be brighter, but it's not.
Looks good. Me and
I'm not-
Blake, we're not very festive. I think I look just like normal. My
I could
My
give a fuck
candle
about
is kind of
holiday.
festive. You're not going to hang a Yule log and kiss your
I
dog
mean,
under it?
I put
I
up the
walk
Christmas-
around with a Yule log.
I'm about to
Drop
drop
the
a Yule
Christmas tree.
log. Oh, yeah. I see what
I
you're saying.
I'm just too lazy to decorate for holidays. I just don't really give a shit about them.
Oh.
And that's
We spent
not
all
even-
Friday decorating.
not even a religious statement. I just am like, I could really don't care.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It crossed my mind. I was like, man, it would just be so much easier to just sit around this Friday and not do anything.
See, that's the kind of attitude you need.
It is kind of nice now to like sit in front of the tree and read a book. With
The
a cup
tree,
of coffee.
is cozy.
It is nice. Well, I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to figure out how to retitle these whenever we stream from Restream because
I was gonna tell you
it's
earlier
called
that
"Go
it's-
Live
it's-
from Your Browser with Restream Studio." Is the name of this? Wow.
I think we could
Okay.
probably edit it.
We're really
in
good at drawing in.
I see right now where I can edit it in my browser window in Restream. Top left
Ooh.
it says "Go Live from Your Browser with Restream Studio." Edit icon. Ah, crap.
I would have
Nice.
fixed that an hour ago, but I don't have the producer rights.
Nice.
Let me see if this works live. That would be really cool. Let me know if it changes to come in a sock. Refresh.
It has changed on YouTube to the Christmas
Whoa.
guest with self-importance. Didn't even have to refresh.
You should have said something because it definitely changed right away.
Wait, so if I go,
It now
What were
says
you
the
looking
Christmas guest with self-importance.
was
Why
like-
did no one
was
say
like
anything?
we were in the middle of talking books, and I didn't think it was. that
All
important.
right.
I mean, when I look at our stream announcement on Discord, it still says "Go live from your browser with Restream Studio."
Well, probably from an announcement, but on the
Yeah.
live ongoing
So
titles.
if I go to Twitch now,
right.
yeah,
So no one's
Yeah.
commenting from YouTube chat. It looks like. So does your NK
We gotta build-
NBA fuckboy? Does he watch from Twitch?
I don't know.
All
I
right.
mean, his comment is not on Twitch.
Oh, interesting.
Only Seg's comment is on Twitch.
Okay. Well,
Dude, fucking dope, man.
this was great, and this went really
Thanks,
well. I'm happy
Yeah.
with it. Happy with the service.
Well, happy holidays,
Satisfied with my
everybody.
care.
We have a book. We have a new book we're gonna read in the new year, don't we?
We do.
We're gonna
Oh.
announce that tonight.
We do. Yeah. So we're gonna be taking a couple weeks off for the Christmas holiday, or the Saturnalia. Taking a couple weeks off for
Saturnalia.
Saturnalia. And when we come back
That's
in
a fucking
January,
holiday, I think.
we're gonna be reading
We're
a court
doing
of
it.
Mist and Fury.
Oh
my
The next-
goodness!
The next Akatar, John by Sarah J. Maas. Merry
Oh.
Christmas, Merry Sarah Miss is what I'm saying, right? Get
I
it?
think she's gonna fuck that owl.
Oh yeah, that owl's getting farted. Pretty good. And then we're gonna be back to like, how much are we bringing back? Just all of it? We're just gonna revive, having a
Why not?
revival.
We just pick
Why
what
not?
works, baby.
A revival.
Yeah.
Let's do chapter breakdowns. Let's do.
I would strong
Let's
vote
make
in
it
favor of chapter breakdowns,
Let's do
8
chapter
hours
breakdowns.
long.
even if I have to write them myself.
Let's do chapter breakdowns. Let's do fucking casting. Let's do ratings. Let's do
Let's do live action.
what you drinking.
Let's do what you drink. Let's do what else? What else
What
is
else
on
we
your
got?
shelf?
Yeah. What's on your shelf in your
What else
wallet?
on your shelf?
Oh,
Shelf
what
and
is-
tell. Let's do shelf,
Shelf
and
and
tell.
tell.
Yep. Shelf and tell.
Let's bring back Gary Coleman.
Yes. Casting Gary
Every
Coleman.
chance.
Bring him back.
Oh man.
Oh, that Let's do ASMR.
Next time, hot tub stream.
Leave a comment. Go subscribe. Like and follow. Smash that notification bell.
Put
Tickle
your
that
kinks in the
notification
chat.
tickle.
Let us know what you think of the new intro music.
Is this more AI beat dropping?
This still
Yeah.
connects it.
You can tell it's AI because it's completely unoriginal,
Hey,
heartless music.
look at Rich. Look at Rich.
Rich is AI now too. Oh God.
That motherfucker's in the club. All right. Hey, this has been Shelf Importance, the end of year 2024 episode. Hey, should our next episode be the 2024 wrap up? I guess it should, right?
It can be. We read like half the amount of books that we normally read.
Yeah.
Oh,
We didn't read very many.
We could do it.
Are we going
It
to
would
kick it
go
back? Are we
faster.
going to step it back up again? Are we able to do that? Can we do that?
Yeah.
I'll let you know how my mental health is doing
Books are good
as
for your
we
mental
go.
health.
That's true. Very true. I just got one question for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
How's your day?
How's your day?